Hey guys, and welcome to my new series called Stretching with Sam. I wanted to create this series to keep myself accountable with you guys, to show that I am paying attention to my mobility, and you should be paying attention to your mobility as well. If you want to progress in your workouts, you need to be stretching, and you need to be able to progress further by getting lower, improving your hip flexors, and you will make greater progress in the gym. So let's get to it. When you're stretching, working out, it's always important to stay hydrated. I've showed this plenty of times in my videos where I'm drinking this one. It's a Whole Foods brand. It's fruit punch, and it's 0 calories, sweetened with stevia, and it's filled with nutrients, and it keeps me hydrated. I'm always drinking, but sometimes I like to mix it up. So this is a great alternative if your body is reacted to artificial flavorings. There's no artificials in here, and it tastes good. So let's do this. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can touch your toes, but if you can touch your toes in a seated position with your legs straight, you're already solid at this point. So this is a huge step to be able to do this. Some people can't even touch their toes, and that's something that you should be working on. So if you're stuck here, I recommend holding your bottom of your thighs, right in your hamstrings, hold there, and slowly work towards getting your hands closer to your toes. And at some point you should be able to wrap your hands around your toes, and that's a good starting point to stretching. I remember when I first started, I wasn't able to do this, and I just gradually kept pulling myself forward and eventually be able to get into this position. So as you can see, so eventually I should work towards getting my face all the way down, and you'll feel a good stretch in the hamstrings. Right, now we're going to try to open up our hip flexors, and this is a V position. I am not able to get any wider than this. My goal is to get wider, and through you guys and through my accountability with Stretching with Sam, we are going to get this wider. So just really feel it opening in the hip flexors, really great stretch. If you can, try and get your hands to your toes and try to just stretch forward. You'll feel it all through your hip flexors. So getting a really good squeeze. Just try to get as far as you can. Don't overdo it, don't overstretch. You don't want to tear any muscles, but you want to get to a point where you're feeling some type of pain, but not enough to cause any permanent damage or any type of long-term pain. It's just a little bit of a stretch and just strengthening the muscles. Good. Put your foot in towards the other foot and stretch towards one leg, and you just work on one leg at a time. So you go over like this, and the other leg. Oh, see, hear that, guys? I'm cracking. Feels good though. Okay. Ooh, that's good. Alright, so in this position, you're sitting on one leg and one leg is out, and you're just sitting on one and feeling all the stretch through this hamstring, this leg, just the one leg that's straight, and this leg is just holding you up for support. So try to just stretch forward. One hand could keep you supported up, and stretch forward. Feels really good. Now the ultimate goal would be for me to get in a split and be able to split my legs and go over, but I'm not there yet. I'll get there though, because I need to keep myself accountable, and I enjoy doing stuff like this just for accountability reasons. So just do it this side. Again, this is like a half split. Over. Yeah, it feels really good. Go into a downward dog position, and so this is a downward dog. It's like some yoga stuff that I remember when I did yoga. And then come and then strengthen your lower back, stretch your lower back. You actually feel like some tension in the glutes when you do this. We're outside. But feel some tension in the glutes, nice stretch in the glutes. My glutes are pretty sore from yesterday, so this position feels really great. And then you can even sit back into it. So just get an extra stretch. So you're here, pull for a few seconds. Here, pull for a few seconds. Okay, so another stretch you can do for your opening up the hips is a butterfly stretch. I like to call it the butterfly. I don't even care if it's not called the butterfly, but that's what we called it in elementary school, so it's the butterfly. And what you can try and do is get your head to your toes. I can't go all the way. I used to be able to when I just joined. That's a goal of mine, is to get my head to your feet. Now, we're going to do some lunging movements. This is going to open up your hip flexors as well. So you're in this position, in sort of like a lunge position. And what you could do is put one hand on the floor, the other hand close to this hand, right? And then reach towards the sky. Opening up them hips feels hella good, but it burns. Open them up, hip opener. See, my hand is parallel with the foot, arm is parallel with the other leg, and I am straight up. Nice twist in the core, and then bring it back down, pull it out, hand straight down. Got all this hair in my face. Reach towards the sky. Reach for the stars, guys. Reach for your goals. Stop living. Then get yourself in that. If getting yourself in this position after that type of stretching feels really good. So you're like stretching really hard, and then like you take a bit of a rest, but in this position, and it sort of like brings you back to normalcy. All right, now standing up. Now we up. Now you also have to stretch from standing in position as well. So looking out, hands up. Try to go straight down, and this is also something that not everybody can do, is touch their feet, touch behind the back of their heels. Any way you can get down and get more of a stretch, and you want to try to get your face towards your knees. And as you do that, you don't want to have any strain in your lower back. This is all your legs. So the strength to get my face to my knees, I'm like pushing towards, like pushing through my hamstrings, pushing towards my glutes. I'm not putting any strain on my lower back. So if you can't do it, then don't force it, because you don't want to have any lower back problems. And I feel like a lot of people struggle with lower back problems, and people with older age, my mom has struggled with it, and it's just about going into a movement the right way. So just think about, like, you know, if you're doing the stiff leg deadlift, you're coming down, coming down, coming down. Grip those hands behind your knees and use your hands and the back of your leg to get your head towards your knees, so like that. And my knees should be a little bit more straight, but I'm trying. So like this. I'm a pretzel. And then come back up. Okay. And then what you can do is you can grab one leg. This is always a good movement. I feel like you were taught this in elementary school, doing this for warm-ups before runs. But I can show you from the side view how I'm doing this. Alright, so if you need to like grab onto something, but if not, just stand there and just pull through the foot. So, and no tension on anything else. You get a good stretch in the quadriceps. It'll feel really pretty good. And then do it again with the other leg. That's what we used to do in yoga. So in yoga, you would hold one foot while we would stretch out. So we would be like this. and it'd be cray cray. But I didn't know like I could do all that, so it was crazy. But start off small, guys. Start off with good stretching. Do it first, and then if you feel like you can go farther and do different things, then do that. But I really feel like this helps. So, especially for leg days. And then also too, this is not a straight stretching movement. This is a swinging movement. So like swinging your leg gets a good stretch in all areas of your legs, your glutes, your hamstrings. You're stretching it out, like you're getting it going. And just swing your foot back and forth. And I do think it's good to just hold on to something, because you're really just trying to focus on the leg. You're not trying to work on balance. You're just trying to get out all that extra tension. Just swing it back and forth. Work the abs. Get a little abs pump here. Yeah, so the other leg, I'll show you guys from the back view. So, like this. So we did all that stretching out, and now with your arms. Like your arms are so important too. So if you go to one leg, stretch over, other leg. Ooh, that feels good. Stretch over. You could do underneath. My arms don't get as tight as my legs, obviously. If you're a bodybuilder, you probably can relate. The legs take pretty much the biggest abuse, or the most abuse, if that's grammatically correct. But it is always good to stretch out your arms. I do recommend, like if you're starting off shoulder exercises, to do external rotations, do side raises, anything to get the arms going. It's important to just any way to prevent injury. So if you're feeling tight, any type of like loosening, lightweight exercises are always good to start off with. The hips really are the biggest issue with deadlift, squatting, stiff legs, everything. The hips are the ones that tighten up the fastest, and those are the ones you need the most to maximize the movements in your leg workouts. So really working on them is super important. But I'm going to be stretching. I'm going to be doing stretching videos once a week and see how much I progress, and that's what I definitely want to do, and just keep myself accountable with you guys. If you have any other stretches that you want to share with me, if you want me to try other ones that you think that I should be doing to show and demonstrate, I'd be happy to do that. As you can see, I'm not super flexible, but I am trying, and I do think it's really important to not forget about your mobility. Your mobility is going to progress you further in your workout. So I'm just in my backyard, I'm on my deck, I'm going to do this, whether it's cold or not. I will either do it inside or outside, but I'm going to get it done. And I hope you guys enjoyed this and found this helpful. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video, guys.